People. What's going on? Next up, Sports Talk. People, we back again with another one. You already know what it is. It's your main man, Francis, and I'm back with another one. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to be a part of the family. Don't forget to hit the share button because you need to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell more friends so we can all be friends. And also, don't forget, drop your comments below because I'm very curious what your thoughts are on my point of view when it comes to talking about the game that I love, which is football. More importantly, the Reggae Boyz. You can see by the thumbnail, you can see by the title, is Miguel Antonio the best number 9 option for Reggae Boyz going into World Cup 2026? I think that's a fair question to ask. What do you think? I think that's a fair question to ask. The reason why I say that, I'm going to name off a few things as to why I'm looking at it at this view. Again, disclaimer, this is no bad This is no bad towards Michail Antonio. This is not down talking Michail Antonio. This is not downgrading him. This is not degrading him. It has nothing to do with Michail Antonio other than what I see on the field. And I'm talking about what I see on the field and what I want to see out of my team, the Reggae Boyz, going forward. So I'm going to give you my point of view. Point of view number one. Michail Antonio, the type of number 9 player that Michail Antonio is, he's not one of those number 9s that you can really get him the ball on a through ball or get him the ball in space and he's going to really, step over. He's going to show you some skill to get himself an angle at the goal and take a shot. That to me isn't Michail Antonio. Michail Antonio is not going to get the ball with his back to the net, turn and make a move and try to pick out a corner and score. I don't see Michail Antonio as that type of number 9, in my personal opinion. You can let me know how you feel, but that's how I see it. I want my number 9, I want my goal scorer to be a goal scorer. I want it to be hungry for scoring goals. I don't want to see my goal scorer helping out my CB. I don't even want to see my goal scorer helping out my CDM. I want to see my goal scorer hungry to put the ball in the back of the net, shake the onion bag. And I can't see that from Michail Antonio. My number 9 should be sick, wicked, nasty when it comes to aerial assault, aerial attack. When that ball's in the air, I want my number 9 to be on it. Habashak. At any given moment, you go out there and find a way, whether it's with his teeth, his knee, his shin, he gonna find a way to put the ball in the back of the net. Now, the way that Coach McLaren seems like he wants to play with the high press, ball possession, moving the ball, there are gonna be opportunities for through balls. There are gonna be opportunities for one-on-one with your striker and the best defender on the other team. Or you want him to be able to show a little razzle-dazzle and find the back of the net. But most importantly, find the back of the net. Number 2 for me. This is my second point. Michail Antonio is 34 years old. Almost 16, 17 years Michail Antonio has been at football. He's 34 as we speak right now. 2 years from now, he'll be 36 years old. Is Michail Antonio the number 9 that we're looking to lead us into World Cup 2026? Is Michail Antonio that number 9 threat for other teams who we're looking to compete with in the World Cup? Can he find the back of the net at a drop of a hat? You guys got to let me know because I don't think so. I don't believe it. I'm not a believer. Not to say Michail Antonio is not a good player, but where we're trying to go, where the Reggae Boyz is trying to go, Reggae Boyz Nation, where we're trying to go, I don't think Michail Antonio can take us there. Michail Antonio can't take us over the hump. Can he take us there? I'm sure he can. But take us over the hump so we're effective at 36 with 17, 18 years of games and miles on the clock with limited ball skills, limited ability. Yeah, we know Michail Antonio is the bruiser. He's going to run up and down. He's going to be physical. He's going to run all evening. He's going to run for the full 90 if you give him an opportunity. He's going to hold up the ball when the time is right, hold up play. He's going to do all of that. True workhorse. But we need a true goal scorer. We don't need a true workhorse at number 9. We need a true goal scorer, in my opinion. Okay? The third point that I have, well, before I get to the third point, what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section. If you reached this far in the video, go ahead, man. Consider liking, consider subscribing if you enjoy the content, and definitely leave a comment below because I want to know if you agree or disagree with my sentiments. I don't really like to see my striker, you know what I mean, unless we're on a corner kick or a free kick. I don't like to see my goal scorer on the top of my 18-yard box if he doesn't have to, because when we on a counter, I want Damari Gray, Leon Bailey, Casey Palmer, Bobby Reed, when they get that ball at the top of the circle in the middle of the field and we're on a counterattack, I want my number 9 to be leading the charge, to be trying to run into space. We're looking to run on the defender, zigzagging, trying to give the midfielder a lane, like pass it here, or let them be creative with the little flick on. But your run is important, and I don't see that from Michail Antonio. And from what I've learned, the leopard don't change these spots. And this is respectfully. But for the Reggae Boyz going forward, we gonna need goals with the way that we're playing. The defense is shoring up. The midfield is starting to try to, like, you know what I'm saying, get a little vibe to it. But the number 9. The third thing I want to ask is who can be that number 9? Who can be that number 9? In other words, the ball's moving around. Is it Kareem Dixon? Is it Shamar Nicholson? Or is it somebody we haven't seen yet to play that number 9? But in all honesty, Michail Antonio has been playing good for the team. He's scored in the last few tournaments that we've had. And so you can't slight him. I'm not slighting him, but I'm kind of looking at the bigger picture. The smaller picture is now. For now, Michail Antonio is doing what he has to do for the Reggae Boyz now. But the bigger picture, as we get better and better and better and better, you don't want the part of the game that is uber important, which is scoring goals, to be at a deficit. And we're now scrambling for options for that particular part of the field. Now I'm going to draw a scenario to you. You guys let me know. Do you trust Michail Antonio with the church's money? You know when your grandmother sent you to the shop and said, boy, make sure you go to the shop and you know what I'm saying? And you buy the half a pound of rice and few egg and, you know what I mean, saltfish and ray-tay-tay. Give you a long list of stuff to go to the shop. Is you, your brother, your sister, or your cousin, or your cousins, and she got to choose which one she feels is more responsible to not only go to the store and purchase the stuff, but bring back her change. Do you trust Michail Antonio when the game is needing a goal, when the moment is important? We've gone all the way to the point, and all you got to do is protect the money by shaking the onion bag, by putting the ball in the back of the net. Do you believe? Are you a believer that Michail Antonio is that striker for the Reggae Boyz? I don't. Is Michail Antonio a really good player? Absolutely. Absolutely. But we're talking about a dynamic score. Dynamic. At any part of the field, he can pick out a corner and put it in the back of the net. That's what I'm talking about in terms of number 9. Somebody when Bobby Reed and Casey Palmer is having one of their best midfield games and they're just finding this number 9 and he can get on the end of it and really just be a threat, wreak havoc, be a threat where he's commanding 2 and 3 defenders. So there's others open with an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net. Do you trust Michail Antonio with the rent deposit? You got a deposit. You gave him the rent to deposit into the bank. Is it sure money that he can deliver and deposit the money for the rent so we don't get evicted? That we're talking about. Is the mortgage going to be on time? Is Michail Antonio that type of player? Can he rise to the occasion with his skill set? We know he's going to work hard. We know he's going to run hard. But can he shake the onion bag? Can he really put a mark on the game? Can he be a threat as a forward? Not a threat as a player on the field, but a threat as a striker, number 9, somebody that if you give them a little inch, they're going to find the back of the net. So I have to ask the question. I'm here to ask the questions that I don't hear much people asking. Let's be honest. Is Michail Antonio the best number 9 option for Jamaica going into the World Cup 2026? Because if it is, we in trouble. We in trouble. Yeah, we got other options that are coming right now. There's options out there. They might not be number 9, but we got young options out there like, Amari Hutchinson and Mason Greenwood showing promise. You got Dujon Richard out there doing his thing. But where's that next generational number 9 talent? Like once in a generation, we see this type of number 9 talent, this type of goal scoring ability, speed, power, and finesse. We're worrying about, it's a good thing to have these games where we can see the holes that needs to be filled. We realize that our midfield is lackluster. So the guys, they went away and they, Casey Palmer, and they tried to get better. They're trying to get better. They're working at getting better. And we're looking for that next midfield generation of midfielders that's going to come in and really dominate the midfield for the Reggae Boyz. But what about that generational striker? That generational number 9, that generational forward, the person that's going to go in there and put that ball in the back of the net. That's scary. When other teams see him step on the field, scary. That's what, where in Jamaica are we developing the next number 9? The next number 9, whether you want it, whoever you want to call it as. Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo, Senior Ronaldo. We're talking about Ruud van Nistelrooy, Haaland. You can name the list of strikers that have come. Luis Suarez, like a pure goal scorer. Are we putting into the system to create a pure goal scorer, a once-in-a-generation talent goal scorer? That's what I'm looking for the Reggae Boyz, and I'm excited. That player's out there somewhere in the islands, somewhere in the world, being developed right now, whether on the island or off the island, for the Reggae Boyz, and I'm excited. Right now, we got to deal with Michail Antonio, what he brings to the table. But at the end of the day, we know that at 36, at 34, and 36 in 2 years in World Cup, are we trying to put goals in the back of the net? It ain't working. Michail Antonio, if I'm not mistaken, has had 12 caps for Jamaica. Only 3 goals. And 2 of them are recent. And you can't fault him because the coach going to play whoever is performing in practice. So clearly he's outworking these boys in practice. These guys are getting outworked in practice to where Michail Antonio is the starting number 9. That goes to show you that the work level gotta get to that level. Yeah, they really beating them up in practice and taking their starting spot. So you gotta salute him, you gotta respect him. But at the end of the day, if we're looking at the bigger picture is that who and where is that special multiple number 9s for Jamaica? Remember, we're the country of speed. Speed is what we're known for. We just add that football finesse. We got it. But that's my question, man. That's all I got. I got to come up here and, you know what I'm saying, ruffle a few feathers. You know what I mean? Knock on a few doors, ask a few questions, because I definitely want to know if Michail Antonio, to you let me know. Yeah, you. Is it the best number 9 option for Jamaica going to World Cup 2026? Peace and love. You already know what it is, man. It's Francis from Next Up Sports Talk. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.
Sports talk, yeah, homie, now that's us. You ain't tuning in, then you're hustling backwards. We always keep it poppin', tell your partner to slide through. Every sporting event, just hit us up and we got you. Cause we what? Next up, next up, yeah. Next up, next up, yeah. Next up, next up, yeah. Next up, next up. Next up, sports talk. Don't even trill, homie, we got you.